things that are happening. Any music? There we go. Oh shit! I don't think you guys can hear it. Huh?
I can't hear the music, no.
It's playing. I don't know. There's too many things to do.
Oh, it's good music. I like music. Pretty good.
Yeah. I approve. Yeah, so welcome back, everyone, to the 8-Bit Show.
Hey, yay, we're the 8-Bits.
Yes, where we have 8 bits.
Better get them bits.
Mm-hmm. That's enough of that. Moving on. How are you guys doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
Yeah. Good. Have a good week.
Yeah, it was, certainly a week. One of the weeks of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's been okay. It was okay.
I often don't have that feeling where you're like, holy shit, the year's almost done. I don't know why. It just it doesn't really hit me usually. But this last week it definitely felt like what the fuck happened to this year? And I'm sad. Deep down inside. Because I don't know if that means I'm just getting older, and it's like, because it feels like when I was younger, that was an old people thing, right?
Sure.
But yeah, that's life, I suppose. It goes on.
That's life.
Also, what goes on is the news. Let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into some news.
How many newses do you have?
I have quite a bit. What is this bit?
I don't know.
It's the first one. There will be 7 more that Christian will have.
That's one bit.
Count down.
That's one bit.
Oh, there will be more.
Yeah, you want me to start off then? I can start off.
If you've got a lot, I've really, after I looked at everything, I've really got like 3, maybe 4 things, and like most of them, like 90, most of it all runs together.
Yeah, you got Ubisoft.
Lo and behold, I'm going to talk about Ubisoft again. Although I don't talk about them often enough, but
right.
Here we go again.
Okay. Yeah. Let's start here then. I'll give you a little bit of news. So did you hear that a U.S. representative has asked Valve to remove this game from Steam called, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right. It's Fursan Al-Aqsa, the Knights of the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
Okay.
Yeah, so this game, I don't know. This is a weird front to be on here because it's a Brazilian developer, Nidal Ninj. I don't know how to pronounce this name either, so I'm sorry. So Steam has already removed this game from a few of its storefronts. Primarily of note was the EU, because they're calling it dissemination of terrorist content online. Basically, there's a lot of stuff in there that alludes to Hamas and the October 7th attacks and just everything going on. And it's this really weird line here because basically the developer saying you can't just call this terrorist propaganda when what you have going on with Call of Duty, it's the same thing. It's glorifying that side. This is just a different perspective of war. And basically, the difference seems to be that in Call of Duty, you have a bunch of white guys that are the hero. So he's kind of taking the route of this being, a racist sort of thing, and a difference of opinion sort of thing, and that this should qualify under free speech. And I don't exactly disagree with him on that front, because I haven't played this game, so I don't know exactly what does happen in this game. But from a very high overview perspective, I think he's got a point. So yeah, it's I don't know, because if the government steps in, it's one thing if Steam decides, okay, this is maybe too far, because Steam has it in their rights to shut down whatever they want. It's their platform. For it to be coming from the government, though, that's going to be where the issue is. Because the EU, they can do this. There's a lot of things in the EU that don't fly, that are kind of enshrined in our constitution here. So, that's one of those things. So, I don't know. It's this weird thing. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you have games that get so much flack and have such a problem coming out, like that 6 Days in Fallujah game, and that was pretty innocent. That was some soldier guys came back, and instead of making a movie or writing a book, they wanted to do a game. It seems pretty innocent, and sure, it was depicting some pretty recent stuff or whatever like that, but it was also not that. It's not.
Yeah.
And there's tasteful ways to approach different subjects. We talked about recently, that one school shooting game that doesn't actually show any violence. It's just you get to hear it, which can also be very disturbing and stuff like that. And
totally. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's
even
the thing.
The Call of Duty one that they bring up often is that airport one.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, you look at that, and there was a huge backlash over that too.
And I agree, that was a really disturbing thing. Although, to be fair, you don't have to fire a single bullet that whole stage,
right? And on top of that, you can
literally just not do any of it.
I think you
do have to go through it.
Yeah, and I think that's a part of the point that I think they were trying to make. Honestly, is they're if we're going to show war, we have to show some of these crazy aspects of it. I think that's what came through on their side. Not came through, but that's what their intention for that was, right? Which is something that where it's maybe that's
plot-wise, it was extremely pivotal.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not they had to put you in those shoes or not, to be determined, although it was a very oh fuck moment in the game, a very impactful moment.
Yeah, well, I think it comes down to when there's a brutal scene in a movie, that's meant to elicit emotion from people. You know, that's the goal of that, and it's not always a good emotion, but I think artistically or philosophically, it's supposed to make you reflect on it, right?
I do think video games often get kind of like stifled on that front of like artistic things, but for understandable reasons. When you have like this sort of thing happen,
yeah,
that's not very tasteful.
Oh, that's the thing too. I mean, I got to look into it and see exactly what happens, because maybe it is fine, and it's just it could just be the fact that you know, these are you know, kind of the whole issue with what's going on out there right now. Like, it might just be literally that these factions out there are the issue, you know. Yeah, it's I'm gonna have to find this game and play it just to see firsthand what exactly is going on. So I'll try to do that for the next show, because this I mean, again, I think, like, legally speaking, for the government to ask Valve for this is kind of to begin with. I don't like the implications of it, so
yeah.
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 That's all for that, though, for now.
Well, I got something kind of fun.
Yeah? Do it.
Yeah. Balatro. Game of the Year nominee. Balatro.
It needs to win. Like, honestly, it just needs to win.
It should win. Like, it really needs. If it wins, it really sends a message to the AAA gaming market.
Right.
But no. Wildly successful game, super fun game. As I'm sure Andrew can protest to.
Do what? To what now?
Balatro being super fun.
Oh, that game's great, yeah.
Well, you can now, thanks to a partnership with Fangamer and developer Local Thunk, they're putting out pre-orders for a real deck of Balatro cards, complete with a selection of fan favorite jokers.
Nice.
Like, obviously, you can't quite play the actual Balatro with them.
Yeah.
But definitely fun, as it'll be mostly like a regular deck of cards with some fun jokers and stuff in there.
Interesting. Oh, look at that. And they're all pixelated-y and everything, too.
Yeah, unfortunately, even from the, like, the page to pre-order it doesn't look like they have, like, an actual picture of product.
Oh, okay.
They do state what kind of cardstock they're using, which is 300 GSM white core cardstock.
So question
so
is, wait, so is this going to be just a regular deck of cards, Balatro themed?
I guess basically, yeah.
Okay,
probably with some more like cards thrown in that are, like, you know, Balatro jokers.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it sounds like here. That's really cool. That'll be a really cool, actually, collector's item. Honestly. I need to play that game. I've actually watched quite a bit of streams of it, and it feels like I'm not going to get the full grasp of everything until I can actually get my hands on the game.
I think it's fun. It's cool. Like,
Wait, have you played it?
I've watched a lot of it.
Okay.
I personally do not own it, but like,
we need to get this game.
It's really cool that like they're like putting out cards for it. Like,
yeah, and that's fun.
That's a cool. That's a fun little thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And they're already out, or you said it's pre-order, right?
It is pre-order.
Cool.
But yeah, but fun little thing.
Okay. I got some more legal news. You guys want to talk about some more legal news?
Why not?
This one will be quick. Maybe. No, it should be quick. TikTok. The ban is moving forward. Courts have rejected the first of, I'm sure, many appeals in different ways, shapes, and forms to come. Plus, I don't know. Okay, my opinion on this is that the government shouldn't be banning this. Again, I think this is government overstepping. Jeez. But like, the problem here is I don't see the direct correlation that the government is trying to insist on, that this is dangerous. I think it can be used for that, but they need to give us a little bit more. Before,
if that's the case, they have to shut down like Facebook, X.
Yeah, exactly. Like
it faces the same dangers that any social media does.
Precisely. Like I don't see why this is something that
which we could get into a huge debate on whether or not social media has been great for society, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that's different.
that's a whole nother argument.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's probably going to get delayed. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Which means President-elect Trump will probably be a deciding factor on this. And
you forgot to mention rapists. Sorry.
That's true. And also, bottom line though is that he's been against TikTok being banned, but also a lot of his cabinet is completely 100% for it. So who knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
but I think what's like the craziest part of this is how many people that I've seen, like content creators, who are like begging the government to not do this. You know, saying like this is their livelihood that they're messing with. So I think that's something that really should be considered as well. I don't know. But yeah, your gaming TikToks might be going away.
Like they say, if you're into content creation and stuff, always have multiple platforms you're doing your stuff on.
Oh, 100%. 100%. You never know what's going to happen. So,
yeah. I mean, Blue Sky's taken off. I should probably go join Blue Sky.
I was thinking about it.
X is hot garbage, and then it's only gotten worse. Like week by week, my feed goes from being like the people I used to follow,
because they're not
now
there.
It's like just a whole bunch of Asian people.
Yeah,
like Asian, like stupid TikToks and memes and like obviously fake videos.
I haven't touched Twitter in so long.
I scroll through there occasionally, just bored out of my mind at work, but it's so bad. Like it's gotten so much worse that it's not even like fun anymore. It's just like, oh, this is dumb. And then it'll be like a repost from someone's Blue Sky that they posted over to X, and I'll be like, oh, I should probably just go over there.
Yep. Yep. That's how I'm feeling too. So, although I am gonna miss the Yogscast Sarah doing her little TikTok videos, like the Simon's important videos. Those are good. There's some gold in there. There's some really dumb videos in there too, but there's some gold.
Unfortunately, it's just going to give like YouTube and Google like a bit more control in itself, because shorts are gonna get bigger here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know. That's the other thing. I don't know why, like, it's so weird that the government is having Google sell off Chrome. Like, I don't think that's going to impact them as much as I think it will.
It's not.
And when it's like, really, why don't you have them sell YouTube?
Separate as is.
Yeah, like, you want to hurt them, do something, like, big. Like, have them dump YouTube. But then again, anybody else might run it into the ground. Kind of like how somebody did to the artist formerly known as Twitter. Okay, moving on.
Someone.
It's
very specific who. His name rhymes with Musk.
That's not even, you're not trying.
I'm not. Why would I try?
No, that's too obvious. His name rhymes with Elon.
I'm not going to say any names. Elon Musk.
Yeah, that was just gibberish. I wasn't trying to say a name. It just happened to sound like it.
Bless you.
Nice. All right, what do you got next?
So really, I guess all I got really for here on out is Ubisoft stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do we just cover all of these one by one? Just run down the line.
Okay, so let's start. We'll start with an update onto the Ubisoft buyout talks. I remember. There was a talk to buy him up to get rid of the Guillermo family.
Yes, that which was kind of started off by that letter, right?
Yeah, that like investor
letter, yeah,
a minority investor. Small hitch though. Is that the Guillermo family wants to stay in charge.
Yeah, not a surprise.
But even Tencent isn't so sure about it.
Oh, okay.
Ubisoft hasn't been doing very well. I don't know if the months of content that we produced lately is any indication.
I know, right?
They constantly come up in the news as more bad news happens to them.
I feel like a lot of the times it's like, oh yeah, this company did a bad thing, and then the next week it's like, oh well, here's a good thing that they did. That has not been the case with Ubisoft. It's been just bad after bad after bad. This whole year.
Yeah.
So Tencent's done with it too.
It's interesting that like more the more like this talk is going on, the more like people are like, well, we don't know. Like the Guillermos might actually lose out on having at least as much control as they do. I mean, any good compromise isn't good for anybody, right?
That's
so there's a good chance that they'll probably still be around in some fashion.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in hopes that this pries away some of their power there.
I think that's the least that should happen, because they're obviously not helping the company at this point.
Oh, no. They got to lay off more
which is
people.
it's only hurting employees.
Yeah, because the higher-ups aren't the one that get in trouble for like the terrible decisions they've made.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Tom, please stop that. Not do it harder. That's not what.
Well, the menace has returned. Oh,
shit.
kitty. Oh, kitty.
Yeah, we'll talk in a little bit because they had some more.
Let's just go through it.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is kind of like this is part of the reason that they're being like now the Guillermos are kind of being held up against, are in not as great a standings, at least. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Are getting ready to get at least somewhat of the boot. Maybe not kicked out, but maybe just kicked.
No, Ubisoft just closed down X Defiant.
Yeah.
Its planned Call of Duty competitor.
Do you think the issue here is that they're trying to be too bold when they need to scale things back?
Well, it's not helping things because only 3 months ago, the executive producer of X Defiant insisted that the game is absolutely not dying.
Yeah, that's right.
3 months ago, and now they laid off 277 people, closing the production of that studio and X Defiant and the X Defiant game.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can turn it around, it is quite a gamble, but the company's share prices have been sliding all over the place. They went from $85 in 2021 to just over $13 today.
Oof. Yeah, that's bad. That's a big drop.
Yeah.
I hope some of those people got to sell that before.
Or you buy a bunch now in hopes that these talks go through and that it skyrockets back up.
Are we doing another GameStop? Is that what you're saying?
No, that was different.
Yeah, wait, did they say that they're going to cancel the game? Or is it still like, hey, this still might come out, they might retool it?
I mean, the whole staff was laid off.
But they didn't say anything about the game specifically.
It was already delayed from the 15th of November. It was supposed to come out this last month to February.
Well, I just wonder if they're going to try to save it because, like again, they're pouring all of this time and effort into games.
I mean, according to this, pulled the plug. But here is from Yves Guillermo's own mouth, as a internal memo was leaked to Insider Gaming. Oh my gosh. Yes, kitty. I have to deal with this. I will be back.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'll read the memo here. All right. How do I do a good Eve's voice? No, that might be racist. Let's not do that. So it says, hello everyone. It has been some time since I last spoke to you, and I apologize for this silence, especially as the past months have been challenging and unsettling for Ubisoft and likely for each of you. Yeah, no duh. The announcement by Marie-Sophie regarding the discontinuation of X Defiant, the closure of the San Francisco and Osaka studios, and the ramp down of the Sydney production site is among the difficult decisions we've had to make. I want to take this opportunity to pay tribute to the tremendous work done by the X Defiant's teams. Their goal was to challenge the best Their goal was to challenge the best shooter on the market, but despite the intensity of their efforts, it was not enough. Understandable. The entire industry is facing similar difficult decisions, yet often the scale of the impact is much larger. Our organization has allowed us to limit the impact of these kinds of decisions and make more targeted restructurings, and all our efforts are focused on trying to maintain this course and philosophy. Okay, well now it's just getting into here's why we're not bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It goes on for a while.
Holy crap, you're right, it does.
I think there's also statements from someone else, Marie Sophie.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like they are canning the game then.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, yeah. This is definitely, I think a point of, you know, and the company is probably losing faith in management, despite of wherever you stand in the company.
Yeah.
Because this is bad. Yeah. And again,
and like this isn't like the first bit like we've talked about.
No, and
like,
I don't understand why is he trying to spin this?
A really rough, like 3 months,
right? Yeah,
a really rough 3 months, and the last year has not been great.
Yeah, and again, I just don't understand why he's trying to spin this as like this is not our fault. Or shut up, dude. Like, say yes, the studio is closing down. It's not a great thing, but
that's because Yves Guillemot can go suck a rock.
Okay, well, that sucks because that was like 300 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So, all right. Well, that's
277.
277. Wow. Worms.
So, again, like always, fuck Ubisoft. I don't buy Ubisoft games.
I mean,
mostly because they're not really having any good ones.
I was gonna say, would you want to if this wasn't an issue?
If they put out good games, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
like
no,
Ubisoft games. Like if Ubisoft put out like a good Rayman game,
right.
The end. No. We get garbage and hot slop and let me take your money, sir. Games.
Indeed. Well, dang. Okay. Well, I got a few more things here. Let's start with some Nintendo Switch 2 rumors. So there's a video that came out. Apparently, it was some Japanese video that shows somebody messing around with one of the Joy-Cons for the Switch 2. It looks like it no longer will be a slide mechanism, which has been rumored. That'll be like a magnetic release.
I have heard the rumors of magnetic.
Yeah. So this totally lines up with that, which I think is good because the slide mechanism, my old Switch, I put one of the Joy-Cons in backwards one time because I wasn't paying attention, and if you do that, it gets really stuck. If you manage to slide it in all the way, then yeah, trying to
send this out the hard way.
Yeah, I did. It was a pain to get it out of there. So the magnetic thing that I think will be cool. Hopefully they're strong enough magnets though, because I don't know. It seems like it could be a little weird to hold on to it. If it's only being held there by magnets, you know. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, especially because like they couldn't be very strong magnets, right? Because they're right next to all that hardware.
Well, I think you can like there's one of the things that Apple does is Yeah, you can shield it in ways where it's the actual magnetism is actually like in a pointed direction. It's not perfect doing that. So yeah, that's why it's kind of like, okay, I don't know. We'll see. It looks like there could be a secondary mechanism for it to like locking in place. But I'm not 100% sure. Nobody is, obviously. But the other interesting thing about this is that it actually looks like it might have a trigger button for if you're holding the Joy-Con sideways. So you'll have the shoulder button up top, but you'll also have the trigger button too. Or maybe that's the release mechanism. I don't know. So I don't know. Interesting things coming out about the leaks that are gonna be piling up as we go on.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Any other leaky leaks?
No more leaks. But I got another little bit of news.
Oh yeah, well you said you had more news. I was just curious if that was the only leak, because I'd heard about the magnetic thing.
Yeah,
the magnetic rumor.
I mean, it looks like a legitimate Joy-Con, so I think there's something to it.
That would mean it's coming from multiple sources, so
yeah, right.
Higher chance. So should we make like a rumor chart on our webpage?
How many times
mentioned somewhere?
Right. That's actually not a bad idea.
That'd be fun.
Start looking into that. Yeah. Okay, so this one I don't really have an article for. I saw a video on this guy. He apparently, I'm gonna have to pull up the video here so I can like attribute this, but it'll be in the show notes either way. But he had made a video that explained how you can actually make copies of Switch games, I think it was. So you can make your own backup of your game. That was his whole thing, right? Which sounds perfectly fine. That should be legal. But he later found out, and I think this video came out like a month ago. So with all of the news of all of Nintendo going after streamers and whatnot, and more specifically, that one guy who kind of taunted Nintendo to come after him because he was selling all of the pirated stuff.
That guy was an idiot.
That guy was just an idiot.
I'm sorry.
No, it was.
Usually I'm all for someone going against like big corporation. You go, dog. But come on,
right?
Man.
But it's like that is actually illegal what you're doing, and you're putting it online. Yeah,
like pay attention to what Power World's doing. They're rubbing it in their faces just fine.
Right. So yeah, with all of that concern coming up, he started looking into, should he be concerned? And it turns out that Nintendo has recently changed some language on their website that heavily hints that it could be. Actually, I should say, so their wording doesn't say anything about anything being illegal. But it definitely hints that you shouldn't copy any of your Nintendo games. It basically says there are different types of copyright that are involved with a video game. So just because there's an exception for being able to make backups of video games, that doesn't mean that it's legal per se. Is basically what it says. I'm no lawyer, but I've looked through this stuff, and it's like, as far as I can tell, there are complete covers and exemptions for in all of the U.S. Copyright law and guidelines that point to that not being the case because they're provided as a whole package. Now, again, I don't know if that's not necessarily true, if it's kind of a little bit of an oversight in these exemptions, because the only thing that is directly said that is protected is actually the code for a video game. And I wonder if that's why there's, like, you know, when you see games go open source, usually there's no music included, right? And I think that might have partly to do with that, which makes sense. Like, if somebody owns the copyright separately for the music, then yeah, that is a different thing and maybe shouldn't be redistributed. But still, I don't think that would be an exemption for not being able to make a backup of your game, right? It seems like that's just not right, basically.
Agreed.
I mean, it would just be dumb, right? Like, oh yeah, you can back up your stuff, but not the total of your game. You need to go in there and rip out the music and maybe also possibly some of the artwork. It doesn't seem like that's what the intent of this copyright copying exemption seems to be.
I want to say you're right, and that, like, it's gonna be fine. But then again, like with the preservation of like gaming and stuff like that, we've already taken a pretty big hit.
Mm-hmm.
With that being like, oh no, you can't create backups or have a library that can be used for research.
Yeah,
it could be used for recreation. I mean, it could, but that's not why we're building it.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing too. That's what I wonder. I don't know. I wish there's a part of me that wishes I was a copyright lawyer so that I knew, but there's another part of me that's like, I don't want to do that ever.
Oh, yeah, that seems like a nightmare law to get into.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be targeted though. I don't think he really has to worry, because Nintendo doesn't seem to like heavily go after people who are kind of on this line. At least here in the US. I don't know about anywhere else, but yeah, I think it'll be okay. Hopefully. Oh, that's right. So this is from how I saw it was the Nintendo podcast. I don't know who this guy is though exactly, but yeah. So you can go look up their podcast. It's number 18, titled "I Could Get Sued by Nintendo for Millions." And yeah, he could. I don't think they'll win though. But don't take that as legal advice. Nobody, please.
We are not lawyers.
Insert disclaimer here. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting and something that I hope maybe, I don't know. I would like a real lawyer, a real copyright lawyer, to take a look and see like where does that come down to, because I think that'd be good information for, you know, streamers like us. You know, to know where that line is and know whether we should be worried about it or not. Because the way Nintendo paints it, obviously they're going to paint it as, don't you do that.
Well, there have always been rather
litigious.
I was going to say stingy.
Yeah.
Like their moms didn't teach them to share.
I mean,
you know?
They didn't get their huge cash reserves by not doing this, so
yeah,
You know, this is what they've learned to do to survive. And to be honest, it's helped them in situations like with the Wii U. They were in trouble, but they weren't worried because they had plenty of extra money hanging around.
That's true.
Because they were printing it, remember, with the DS?
Yeah.
I saw it on the internet. That's what they were doing.
Yeah, I saw them in their secret labs.
Yeah.
With their DS, crowded around their DS, watching it print money.
Yeah. Miyamoto and Iwata specifically, they were laughing about it. You know?
Yeah, I saw them laughing away maniacally, I would add.
Okay, last thing here. I don't know if you guys want to get into a little discussion about this, but I thought it was an interesting talking point that Ollie Reynolds over at Nintendo Life brought up with the rumors of Microsoft and Sony bringing their own handhelds. Can they compete today with Nintendo in a new handheld war?
No.
No. Straight off. It ain't gonna happen.
That's my prediction.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I think
otherwise.
I think the Portal looks really intriguing at this point. It's pretty cool. I'm still debating whether I want to buy one because that is the cheapest way that I can get my hands on some PlayStation exclusives, honestly. And that being said, imagine Microsoft comes out with basically their own Steam Deck. Like, it could even be a Steam Deck that lets you also run, their like, it's tailored to run their Xbox app inside of a console. But hey, switch over to this other mode, and you're basically loading up a PC environment that runs Steam. And now you can play all your Steam games as well.
I mean, the Steam Deck's out, though, you know?
Yeah, no. But I mean, there's other companies that put out different Steam Decks. It's not just limited to Steam.
I know. So, honestly, the only company that I think, on like a more serious like note or thought on it, is like the only company that I think could stand a chance if they pulled off something like cool and customer friendly would be Xbox. With the Game Pass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot that you could do there to make a handheld worth it.
I think so too. That's why I'm like,
so I think Xbox maybe could stand a chance, but honestly, man, like,
you think that's still a long shot?
Nintendo crushes it. That'd be a hard hill to climb. In either way that they go.
It really would, because I mean, at this point, and we've talked about this before, like, is Nintendo going to go back to not handhelds? I don't think they can. Not at this point. I don't see any reason why somebody would want, a traditional console from Nintendo.
They've always done so well. The DS still remains to be one of my favorite systems of like all time.
Yeah, same here. Although for me, it's now the Switch.
But this, like, yeah, that's the thing, is like, it would, like, the Switch is the only thing that like has come out
to compete against the DS.
To compete against anything, and to do, and to basically redo what the Wii did.
Right. Well, and
in a different way, of course, because that's what Nintendo does.
Yeah.
Right. Like, the Wii took off because they were doing the motion control thing. They were selling not just like video games to video game people. They were selling entertainment for families.
Yeah, exactly.
And it worked. Like, the Wii phenomenon was huge, and that, there's really no.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't deny that. I don't care how you feel about Nintendo. They crushed it with the Wii.
Or the Wii. Like so many people like, oh, the Wii sucked. It had no power. There was a lot of really
I don't even care.
Games.
Yeah, there was so much fun. How much time do we spend playing stupid frisbee golf? Yeah. You know,
bowling games, like it's whatever. We all sat around and had a lot of fun together.
Yeah, exactly.
And really, that's what Nintendo wanted, and they succeeded. They nailed it.
They made it worth it.
I also created one hell of a durables thing.
Yeah, the armored console.
Yeah, you drop that thing off of like a 2-story building and survive. Don't do that.
Don't test that. I mean, if you're rich enough,
disclaimer, we are not professionals. Do not attempt this.
Do not attempt to do it. Nice. Yeah, I don't know, and to go further into that, I think the DS. It's the only handheld that's captured the magic of the Game Boy. And in turn, the Game Boy was, the only real successor to the Game & Watch. And that was really the first mobile gaming out there. As far as I know of. Right? Pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but...
The Game Boy?
The Game & Watch. I think the Game & Watch, that was if it might have not been the first ones, but it was definitely the first popular, like big popular mobile game. So yeah, like Nintendo has held that market since the inception of it. Really. So it'll be a hard sell. If Sony and Microsoft do actually go down that route, which it sounds like Sony is going to do. I think that rumor is becoming more of a fruition than Microsoft, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this up. That's it for the news. We got some release dates. We got, what is it called? Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So the official release date is actually on Monday, which is a weird day. Why is its release date on Monday? We talked about this earlier. It's to make more money.
Yeah.
Because money.
Yep.
Very obvious thing.
Yeah.
Don't know why you question it.
But yeah, so you can pick up that. Apparently, like, it's getting good reviews, so there's that. What else? There's actually one other game that I saw. Oh, that's right. Breath of Death 7, The Beginning, Reanimated. That's coming out on the 12th. So if you hear about the Breath of Death, then yeah, check it out.
I hear the Breath of Death is quite stinky.
It is indeed. You know, he's a skeleton. Breath of Death. That's his name.
How does he have breath then?
That's just his name. He's not actually a breath.
Oh.
Yeah.
Breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for interesting releases that I can see. So yeah, check them out.
Sweet. We watched a little bit of the PC's Most Wanted game show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Got through like half of it before the podcast, before we needed to record.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that they have a sequel to Moonlighter coming out, which was like a little roguelike game where you go out into the caves and you gotta like, you collect items and then you bring them back to your shop to sell.
Okay, interesting.
I played it and beat the first one. It was really good. I really quite enjoyed it. it had like a mechanic where you had to chase off thieves occasionally.
Oh wait, did you tell me about this one? This sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I did. I even probably played it at one point in the background. Pretty straightforward roguelike, but they've got a new one coming out with like a whole different graphical look to it. Where the other one was highly pixelated and isometric view, and it was much like a Zelda game.
Yeah.
As far as like combat and stuff goes. This one changes it to being more of a 3D environment. You're still up in the air looking down at yourself, kind of, but from different angles and whatnot. A bit more new styles. So
Yeah.
It looks fun. It looks really good. I saw that and thought it looked cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I got kind of excited for it. That comes out next year.
Noted. Do you guys see anything else?
There was a couple things. There was like a cool looking like Western Evil West Western looking roguelike Souls-like adventure. I don't know. It looked pretty cool.
Okay.
A couple other little titles. Not that I can remember the names of most of them.
Yeah.
But they aired that like yesterday. You can catch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see what their most wanted games are. There's some cool ones. Especially if you like indie games. There's a lot of cool.
I do like me some indie games. Well, you want to kick off your week then? Kick it off with your week.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I can do that.
Well, you don't have to. I mean,
Oh no, you just force my hand.
I didn't do shit.
Force me to do whatever you say.
I
This
just
is how
simply
I'm
gave a
treated.
suggestion. That's
How I'm
it.
treated here. Yeah, I had a week. It was fine. No, I got the new. Let's see, I got that new scooter finally. An electric scooter in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been riding that to work every day.
Yeah.
That's been nice. Except for like the early mornings I have where it's cold as shit.
Oh,
I got a new jacket, and I can stay pretty warm on like my upper half, but my legs get just like freezing.
You need some long johns. Sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, I double layer my pants like with some pajama pants, but it's not enough.
No. You gotta
It's
go
not
long john
enough.
route. Yeah, I think if you get a pair of long johns, you'll be much happier. You probably won't even need the pajama bottoms, honestly. You know?
Maybe. I probably won't. No. No, I do want to get some long johns. I just haven't had a chance to get some yet.
Yeah. So the scooter's been treating you well?
Yeah, it's been fun. Works well. I got like
What's your fastest to work time?
It takes me about 24 minutes at like on average.
Yeah. Not bad.
If the lights are kind to me, it's like 20 minutes. It's the quickest I've made it.
Okay.
Coming back takes a little longer because it's uphill.
Yeah. How does it do uphill?
Not too bad. It does slow down on some of the steeper hills, like coming up. Like the Cole to Carlisle hill.
Mm-hmm.
It'll slow down to like 17 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty steep hill, but it still goes. Like,
yeah.
It's a pretty solid little scooter. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I reinstalled Escape from Tarkov.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, with like the new updates and stuff, and then also reinstalled the single player Tarkov mod because I still have never played regular Escape from Tarkov.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I, when single player is so much better?
That's fair.
Yeah, not a whole lot this week, really. We played a whole bunch of Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
but I'll let Andrew speak of that.
Okay.
That we did. I don't really have that much to talk about it.
And yeah, I guess we've been watching Hysteria still with Bruce Campbell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's been fun. I like that. We're like pretty close to the end, so it has a lot of like questions.
Yeah.
And little like, what the hell's actually going on? Which I imagine we'll figure out the big part next episode.
Yeah, getting pretty close to the end of the first season there, yeah.
Yeah, got our penultimate episode coming. That should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's it. I had a boring week.
It's okay. I'm not. I think I had a more boring week than you, so.
Well, it's not a competition, guys. I also had a very boring week.
No, I had the most boring week.
If you guys know, mine was the most boring.
Ooh. Can't believe you would do that.
Do what now?
Have a boring week as well.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Then who will stop me?
No one.
Exactly. No one can stop me.
Yeah, well. You can tell us about your boring week, if you'd like. Christian, are you done?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm gonna do. I went to work, and me and Christian played some Magic the Gathering. We're checking out like horror movie theme set.
Mm-hmm.
That's been pretty good. Very it's like inspired by like 70s, 80s, and 90s like slasher flicks and stuff. It's fun little horror thing.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's been pretty neat. I do like Magic, bit of a nerd.
He lies. He's a big nerd.
Because I was playing that. TCG shop simulator game last week, and I was like, I want to crack some packs. So I got some Magic card too. When I got the Fallout.
Just for it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got the Fallout themed ones as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
We did play a number of those. They were cool.
Yeah, really. They work really like thematically well with like Fallout.
I happen to like the Caesar's Legion deck.
And I like. I kind of like all of them, kind of the same. I wish there was some I wish worked better.
Mm-hmm.
But they're definitely good, like thematically, they're really good.
Yeah, I think I just like the Caesar's Legion one so much. He's so fun. I think he's the most thematic.
That deck's very Fallout 76 or not 76, New Vegas.
Oh. That's cool.
Preston Garvey is one of the main guys in one of those decks too. In the dog meat deck.
Yeah, they have some references back to some old like original Fallout stuff too.
That's cool.
There's some fun cards in there, especially for the theme.
Yeah, pretty fun. Yeah, been screwing around playing some Magic.
Same with those like horror ones. Those horror ones are pretty cool with their theme.
Yeah.
I picked up this what was it, the Uncle Chop's space repair shop, something like that. Fix spaceships with Dad Shine.
That's what you're playing here?
Yeah.
It looks really adorable.
It's pretty fun. It's tough though.
Yeah.
I've already died many a time. But yeah, just checking out what all is good in this game. It's pretty complicated.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta read a whole book and stuff to know how to fix things.
Wow.
Fortunately, they do have chapters on everything. I learned about breaking into safes on the last ship I had to deal with.
Safe break-in.
Yeah, just doing some safe cracking.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun. Who doesn't love a good safe cracking?
Yeah, everybody loves that. Yeah, but yeah, it's one of those games where you gotta like figure everything out. Doesn't really explain anything too much. And I gotta make a progressively increasing amount of money, or else the game will kill me.
Mm-hmm. You don't want that.
Well, there's supposed to be some like supposed to be some meta progression you can get between lives. Not sure how to do that yet. But yeah, then that's just like playing some Magic and watch what we do in the shadows. Soon to be what we did in the shadows since on its last season.
Right. There's still like a handful of episodes, right? 3 or 4?
I have no idea. I don't know how many are there.
Yeah, probably it's probably like 3 or 4. Yeah, they're like 8 in at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to start watching that, but there's a part of me that's like, but I don't want to, because then it'll be over. And I loved the show.
It's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
It will be over.
Can you do, though? Can you do?
Oh, you do what I do.
Which is?
What does it do? Oh.
Well, you've heard me.
Yeah, I just didn't know I was supposed to.
Oh, so it looks like so episode 9 just came out, and there's 11 episodes total. So December 16th will be the last air date.
Oh.
All right.
Then what will I do in the shadows?
Check it.
You can
if you want to be like Laszlo. Check it.
Right.
Checking it.
I was gonna say,
I do want to be like Laszlo. He's my hero.
Laszlo's pretty great.
Fuck it. That's his catch line.
He's so great in the IT crowd.
Matt Berry is great in
He's
like
so great.
everything. He's so fucking funny.
Yep. And his first appearance in that fucking TV show was just so good. Yeah. That's it for you?
That is about it for me. Yeah.
God, we really did have a crappy week.
Really boring weeks. Yeah.
Because I haven't played anything. Right now I've gone back to Machinarium. Did you guys ever Did you guys ever play that point and click adventure?
I did.
I never beat it.
I did.
Yeah, no, I don't even remember how far I got. I mean, all of this looks really familiar, but yeah, I never ended up beating it. So yeah, I don't know. I think I need to finish it because it was a pretty fun little puzzle, point and click adventure game.
It's alright.
It had good animation, you know. I like the art style.
Yeah, that was definitely cool.
Yeah, so yeah, that's that game. I mean, I don't think I've played anything else. I haven't watched anything. I've watched more Buffy. That's the thing, right?
I guess. Are you proud of yourself for it?
Not really. Okay, so the last episode.
Well, it would be.
The last episode wasn't bad. It's the thing is that it's like there's some good episodes, there's some bad episodes. They're just I'm not like super crazy about it. I think that's how it's probably gonna go until I don't know. I have heard that the later seasons are better from multiple sources. So maybe it'll pick up in a few seasons here, but yeah, I'd say for every episode that I really enjoy, there's at least one that I don't. So it's a very hit or miss show for me. But that's just how it goes.
Like
but you know,
how you're gonna feel about it the whole time.
Yeah, sometimes there's like crazy things too, where like, you know, stuff with the random students in the background. Like, they will have incredible continuity in the background, and it's like super impressive. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how just some things where I'm like, well, why the fuck did it happen this way? That doesn't seem right. But it's, you know, an early, or I guess late 90s teen superhero show, really, what it boils down to.
Yeah, don't think too hard about it.
No, I don't. I just think I'm not their target audience. I'm not gonna fully enjoy it like Rianne has, or like many other people out there have. But I don't think it's a bad show overall. I will say that, because the episodes that I do really enjoy, they're really good. They're super funny. But yeah, I think part of the issue is when it tries to take itself seriously, it takes itself too seriously. Is my issue, and it doesn't feel like the right mood for the show. You know?
That's fine.
That being said, that's really all I got going on.
I did forget to talk about the game that I am currently playing, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which is Italine.
Italine? How do you pronounce that?
Eileen?
Oh, Eileen. Eileen, okay.
Or Eden?
I heard it pronounced Eden. Or not Eden, Ellen.
Alan. Maybe that's it. Yeah. I don't know. It's a cool little, like, RPG. It's just an RPG game. I can kind of just do whatever I want. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just try not to die. Out here. Although if you die, it's not all that punishing. It can be. You can make it like as punishing or as tough as you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool. A little reminds me a little bit of a RPG version of NetHack, as everything's kind of done in that same style. Like when I move, everything else moves. That's when the turn takes place.
Oh, you're right. I didn't notice that before. That's really cool.
So it has that. Currently, I'm just building, and it's like craft mechanism, but it's pretty cool. You can like leave, and there's a whole world map to explore with different things.
Mm-hmm.
Little caves.
That's cool. That's very Zelda 2-ish. I guess still kind of NetHacky, huh?
Yeah. And all the places, like the caves and stuff, remind me a lot of like NetHack. As you go in, like some things are unidentified and.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And there's a lot here too. There's a lot to the magic. It's like a really deep NetHack.
The question is it beatable?
I think so. I mean, like I said, it's like an RPG, so there's background story stuff going involved, but like I think you can kind of choose how invested you're going to be into that.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's pretty cool little game. I forgot to mention that that's what I was playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. What was that, $20 for early access? It looks pretty good. I might pay that.
It's pretty fun. I would say it's worth the $20.
Yeah.
I think so.
Cool. Well, I guess it's a short one this week.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe once the holidays kick in a little bit more, maybe we'll have some more games that we'll play. We'll see.
One more, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't in the mood to play games this week. What can I say?
No, I mean, it's been a rough work week for me. I mean, like, you know, leading up to Thanksgiving, I couldn't track down people, you know, or they'd be like, oh, I'm waiting on stuff, like, I'll get back to you. Like, nobody's working the week heading up to Thanksgiving. And then, of course, everybody has deadlines, so it's like everything went like 200% this last week, and it was kind of annoying. I'm just like, damn it.
That sucks.
Yeah, so it has been crazy busy. I've been exhausted, and I got other stuff going on too, so that kind of sucked up all the time. But yeah, oh, and I talked to Zoe, Ben, and Ashley, and we're gonna try to do Core Keeper every Tuesday night now, as a regular thing. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We're gonna hop on about 7-ish. So, you guys should join us when you can. When you're not too tired from the day. But yeah. Other than that, I think that'll do it for the show. So, thank you, Coffee. Thank you, TooLittles.
You are welcome.
Thank you, just for being you.
Oh, that's so sweet. And thank you.
Talking to the audience, not you.
Oh, that's fair. They are very sweet, even though they haven't said shit. There's been we had a few comments on the YouTubes lately, so yeah.
Leave them comments, hit that like. You know what to do. Ring the bell.
Ring that bell.
We have bells.
How's the rest of the song go? Do we have bells? Ark. Hear the bells.
Herald angels sing.
Yeah.
Glory to the newborn king.
Ring a ding 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 dong.
Oh, that was it.
Pretty sure that's
We're going off. That's just gonna happen. Well, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Catch us here every week, Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Mountain Time for the 8-Bit Show, and we'll catch you guys then. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I usually not big music for this, so we'll see. Oh, everything's broken again. Why is the technical difficulties there?
Plagued by technical difficulties.
I really am.
Why did you break it again?
Okay.
I hope you're happy.
I try to be happy.
Good.
I don't know if I succeed at that, but
good. I hope you are.
Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.